Mandy is one of the top runway coaches in the world, and we met her during Fashion Week at one point or another. We can't figure it out.
We can't figure it out, but yes.
And you came here, so that would be about 8 years ago.
8 years ago.
And we brought you back because there's just no one like you in the way that you work with models. But first of all, welcome back.
Yeah, I'm so happy to be here again.
I'm thrilled to have you here. And something really wonderful, the timing of things. Literally 2 days ago, 3 days ago, a New York Times article came out about you. A feature came out about you. And it just brought me so much joy because you love when you see good people getting acknowledgement for what they do. So congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Can you start by, I would just love for you, one of the things I loved when you were here before and as we got to meet you is how you ended up in this place. Because people ask me, how did you end up doing this? And there's always a story because there's not a linear path in this fashion world.
No.
So tell me how you started and where you're from and what led to this.
Yes. Well, do you have a minute?
I know.
No. I'm from Amsterdam, and I was always very tall. Didn't want to be that tall.
Yes.
Was slouching, making myself smaller. Didn't want to be different.
Yes.
And I remember my mom always shoulders to the back. I'm like, yeah, mom.
Yes.
And everyone said, oh, you should model. And then I started with modeling. And then it was always in the back of my mind, we had to do all these things. And nobody at that time was really teaching me how to do that, to go to castings, to go to, runway or posing. And I was always dancing, so I got into a dance academy where you had to do an audition, and it's like classical ballet, modern jazz, so I learned about my posture. But in my second year, I got a muscular disease, meaning I was almost paralyzed for a year, and I was like, if I'm getting out of this, I want to do the things in life.
How old were you then?
21.
Wow.
Yeah, so you're in the midst of everything. And I was like, if I'm getting out of this, I want to do the things that I love. And it's like, okay, what do you love?
Yes.
And for me, it was coaching. And one day I went to New York and I was like, yes, this feels like home. I want to go there. And then I studied psychology because I didn't know if I could finish the dance academy or not. And then I was like, wow, this is really good for models because you need to feel confident, need to deal with rejections. So combining everything, I became a model coach. So yeah.
So incredible.
Yeah.
And has it been, I know just from similar path in the sense of just falling in love with models and wanting to guide them and help them and in not a superficial way, but in a deep way.
Yeah.
What was it that made you want to do that? And has it exceeded your expectations as far as what you've seen that can do to help a model be successful? Because I think people outside of our world don't understand how challenging it is to be successful in this world.
Yeah, it's very challenging, and that's for me also the reason to, if I see it even in the class, even if somebody comes in with like that insecurities of like, this is a lot, I don't know, and especially if I see the girls coming from, there was a girl from Dallas coming for the first time to Paris, not knowing anything, going just for one casting, and all that pressure, and then coming into class and like just release, or being like this is a lot, and then calming her down and like, hey, let's take it step by step, and then walking out with much more confidence. Yes, that's for me. Okay, job done.
Same.
Yeah.
I stories of being in a back seat of a car, literally in the back seat of a car, running, casting to casting to casting with Carly Kloss when she was very young. And even that, the business has changed. The models at that age are not doing what she was doing at that time. But the mental part of just keeping the perspective and helping them to do that,
Yeah.
it becomes so integral. And I just watched the NCAA finals, and the women's team, the coach that won, I related so much to the coach,
Yeah.
because her role was to bring out the best in these players. And she talked about how such a percentage of it is mindset.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So how do you help somebody in the beginning to just feel comfortable? I mean, you have a very natural, caring demeanor about you, but do you think, has there been times where that was hard to break through?
Well, it's because especially again in Paris again, but you see girls from so many countries, so you
Yes.
have to deal also with so many different cultures.
Yes.
And I sometimes see, for example, the girls from South Sudan.
Yes.
It's a different mindset, because I don't think in the beginning they know what's actually going on.
Right.
They come to the city,
Yeah.
and yes, so it's sometimes that might sometimes be a little bit harder. Like, okay, let's do this, and yeah, they don't sometimes feel that. Yeah, it's I don't know if that's motivation, but then, yeah, I mean, I do see most of the girls that I see in front of me are motivated and are
That's
really
good.
yeah.
Do you see a difference in American girls? Agents will talk about American girls,
Yeah.
and they'll say girls from different parts of the world are much more travel savvy. For the most part, they've traveled a bit more. We've been scouting and developing models forever for the most part, Middle America, but then it expanded.
Yeah.
So sometimes that same thing, we've had a girl get on a plane for the first time,
Yeah.
land in Paris,
Yeah.
and have to go into a casting and know how to handle it,
Yeah.
and to be able to walk with confidence.
Yeah.
It's just a lot.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
And do the agents, when they bring you in, what kind of things do they tell you that they want you to work with them? Do they give you specifics?
Not really. I mean, most of it is the confidence.
Yes.
Still, also for the agencies to say, yes, he needs a little bit of confidence or a little bit of a kick, or it's or sometimes the shoulders or those kind of things.
Yes.
So yeah, I see that the most of the.
Yes.
Yeah.
And for you, I know this feeling, and not very many people know this feeling, but I want you to tell me how you feel. For me, the first time somebody walks on a runway, like the first,
Yeah.
people go, what are the, some of my favorite things are Riley Beth, for example.
Yeah.
We'd been working with Riley Beth for years.
Yeah.
And then she got her degree and she came back, and then she's ready to launch. We send her to New York. We arrive right as shows are getting ready to start, and she ends up opening Proenza.
Yeah.
And only two of us, they said, one of you can go in and watch. The other one, Jeff was like, you go in. I know.
Yeah.
You go in. Jeff was like, I'll be out here. It's okay. It's September. It's beautiful in New York City. So he's out there. I have the phone, and she walks for the first time.
Yeah.
And that year, Proenza was in this big, open, airy, beautiful New York space with windows all around. And it was in the afternoon. And we didn't know she was going to open until she opened it. I'm holding my phone, and I realize it's her. And I'm standing, and a couple of other agents are on the side of me. And I start, you can hear me sniffing. You can hear me,
Yeah.
because it's this long, because in my head, I'm thinking of all the times that she didn't think she could do it, or taking the time to help her believe in herself, which is what you do with them. What does it feel like when you're working with a model?
Yeah.
And then you see them, because I know you share it on social media. Tell me how that feels for you to see them on a runway after you've helped them, and they're on a runway for the first time.
Yeah, that's just amazing. And especially if you can be there as well, what you said. And then I'm even sometimes ahead, like backstage, in the sense of standing next to them, the lineup, And they're like, and I'm like, how do you feel? And they're like, yeah, I'm quite nervous. I'm like,
Yes.
don't be nervous. And so it's so special to be there at that moment, but
It
then also
is.
so close, even with so many people around us. And there was one girl that I coached, and she came back. She's like, I did it. I did
Oh,
it. And that was
isn't it the
so
best?
sweet. Yeah. It's just
Oh,
amazing.
I love that. So what you just did this last season,
Yeah.
we've done a lot. Tell me the clients that have brought you on specifically to work with models. Just name some of them.
Yeah. So Bottega Veneta,
Yes.
and that was establishment casting.
I love Anita and Calvin and their
they're
team.
amazing.
They're great.
They're amazing.
Yeah.
And and for Julia Lang, I've done for Julia Lang the casting. I've done Mugler, Acne Studios, Versace,
Yes.
Proenza.
And the last one that you did, the one that is kind of talked about in the New York Times article, which again is so great.
Yeah.
So they did some, which I think is really cool, bringing in people that aren't professional models and having them walk in a show. Is it different? Tell me what that experience is like, helping somebody who this is completely out of their norm. What is that like, and how do you help them feel okay? And what are just little tips? Like for somebody who's listening, I just had a woman who literally, we met on the street and she started talking because we had Frenchies. And she said, I would just love somebody to help me to know how to carry myself differently.
Yeah.
She has no desire to be a model.
No.
It's just knowing what that is. So what are some tips and what was that experience like?
Yeah, the tips is really, I think the first thing what people see is posture.
I know.
How do you carry yourself? And we're always on our phones or always on our computers. So it's always like this.
It's true.
Just already by opening up.
Yes.
And just feel it, but not an opening up with like, okay, I'm opening my shoulders, but we're more like relaxing, as if there's a sun on your chest, open and relaxed. And I mean, in life, you don't have to walk really like fast or only this way or only that way, but to carry yourself and to if you walk in heels or if you have a strong walk using your core, it helps immediately.
Yes.
And a fun thing to try is I think splashing. As in like, you think like there's a little bit of water on the floor and every step is like a splash, splash, splash.
Yes.
Yeah. So that energy.
Where did you learn that from? Where did you learn that? Was it from engaging with so many, because you've done this for a long time.
Yeah. I always try to find ways to explain what I want to see in easier way, or like that you can imagine it.
Yes.
I have also people, if they did my class, it's like apples holding in your hand, so your arms are not going too much. Yeah. So it's a metaphor, and I don't know exactly the date or time and the moment.
I understand.
That I was like, oh, the splashing. But it was just something that came in my mind while I was doing it.
Right.
I'm like, oh, it feels like a splash.
Yeah.
And how it feels is, just that energy in the water. And that, that really, and why for me is also because sometimes we're so much in our heads, and especially if you have to do a casting, everyone is looking at you, and you're like, so if you just think of splash, 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 it just goes away. Even sometimes at birthdays or something, they're always like, oh, is that what you do? And can you show us your walk? And I'm like, sure. And even I think like, splash.
Do you?
Splash. Yeah. It just gives a different nuance. It
does. Because I literally was just working with girls the other day because we have a show tomorrow night, and you can see them thinking. Yeah. Or see them, it almost is, one of the girls like, you're not breathing. Yeah. Where it just feels tense or tight. Yeah. So as you realize that in your teaching, because you have to know it to teach it. Yeah. Like I have to know it to teach it.
Yeah.
How has that impacted you? Like, these things are really, they're not just limited to modeling.
No, no. Anyone can even it's funny when I'm flew
Yes.
here that you're walking at the airport.
Yes.
It's like, oh yeah.
It's true. There's times where Jeff and I will go, we'll see somebody at the airport because I love an airport. I love to people watch the airport.
Yeah.
And we'll go, she's on a runway. There's just times where the way that someone carries themselves,
Yeah.
we'll go, she's on her own
Yeah.
runway in her mind.
True.
Because you have to enter a room, even for the casting. So you help them know how to go into those rooms. Those are some really intimidating rooms.
It's intimidating rooms.
It'd been a while since we've been in a room where we were actually physically there. And last season, we went into the casting for Coach.
Yeah.
And we were there with one of our models, but you're also observing all the other models walk in. And they're all beautiful and they're all tall and they all, but so much is nonverbal how they walk into that space. And then there was somebody that was helping them, coaching them a little before they went in, especially the new ones.
Yeah.
What are the things that you would say to somebody before they go into a casting to help ease their mind?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, what I said, like splashing can help, but also what I also sometimes say is more just thinking of, you want me for this show.
Yes.
Not the other way. I mean, obviously.
Yes.
But just that thought and repeating it to yourself, like, you want me for the show, you want me for the show, and then you're standing and then when you're turning, like, see you at the show.
Yes.
In your mind, not to say it out loud, but just that, that mindset really helps, just talking to yourself.
100%. Jeff will say that all the time. You should walk into that room going, I'm here to take this job.
Yeah.
Like, I'm here, and
I'm ready.
You're right, you're not speaking it.
No.
But I also see we have a couple of models, one in particular, that will call because she tends to really get in her head about things.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're writing stories that aren't true.
Yeah.
And so when you walk in, I always feel, even when somebody comes into an open call, you don't want to feel desperate.
Yeah.
And desperate can be read in a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
Of how they carry themselves and what are other things that you work with them? Because I know it's beyond walking. Are there other things for people that are watching that you've worked with models from all around the world, all different agencies?
Yeah.
Are there universal truths that you just think every model should take into consideration from the perspective of pursuing excellence in this?
Well, I think one of the number one advice is don't take anything personal in this industry. It's hard because it's about you.
Yes.
Right? But it's not about you.
Yes.
Like an actor can hide behind their acting skills, and a singer can hide behind their voice.
Yes.
Of course, it's also your looks, but not only. But with modeling, it's only your looks. So you almost have to see it as a business self.
Yes.
Right? And okay, if I'm not a good fit for this either agency or job, maybe the next one.
Yes.
And I think if you can see that, then this industry becomes way easier. And I mean, in life, we always will have rejections.
100%. I just saw a podcast of Mel Robbins saying how when she was going through like a hard time in her business, that she kept telling herself, I've worked too hard for it to not have great things happening.
Yeah.
I just have to keep going.
Yeah.
I've worked too hard, something good is coming.
Yeah.
If you haven't worked hard, and that's a whole other thing, but if you've put in the work and you've traveled and you've done the things, we've seen that with our models. If you just stay the course, things will come that'll be right for you.
Yeah.
But it's such an individual thing, and it is not taking it personally or comparing yourself. My best friend is doing this, and I'm not.
Yeah.
But we're like, you're two different people.
Yeah.
You're
There's
not going to be on the
routes.
same trajectory.
True.
One of your favorite go-to stories, like a story of I worked with this person and this happened, or?
Ah, I think, I mean, for me, it was just when I moved to New York and got
Yes.
to know a model, Cara Taylor.
Oh,
And
is that how it? Oh, I didn't know that
well,
about Cara Taylor.
yeah, well, got to know, like, I was even coaching her when I
Yes.
was in the Netherlands. We were on. I don't even think she knew what it all was, right?
Yes.
Coming from Alabama, not even
Yes.
thinking of becoming a model.
Uh-huh.
So from Alabama to New York, all these things are happening. I'm also meeting her mom, who was lovely, and became a friend, and yeah, then taking off like very
Yes.
fast to all these big shows and opening Chanel to Saint Laurent. And I think that was a nice or a beautiful story in the sense that she was still so down to earth.
Very.
And still so herself.
Yes.
And what I said, I don't even think she knew because they were like, yeah, you're confirmed for YSL. She's like, okay. And she doesn't even know what it
Yes,
was.
I know.
So, and those stories really are true to my heart because, yeah, you're there from the beginning
Yes.
till now. Actually, she was 25 when we met each other, and now, yeah, this year she become 25 then.
Wow.
I think this month even, yeah.
Isn't that, she is somebody too that, yeah, your trajectory went like this. And I think it is really great when anybody in this business stays true to themselves.
Yeah, yeah, that's one of the most important things.
Yes. And I think it does, I think that does create longevity, I really do. Because I feel like the casting directors and clients and agents, they can get kind of a skewed perspective that everybody changes or everybody's out for themselves.
Yeah.
But that's not necessarily true.
No, no.
What do you think the biggest misconception about the modeling business is?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest misconception, yeah, that it's glamorous. That's maybe this part.
Yes.
Right? That it's like, the events or anything like that. So like, no, like if it's Fashion Week, the girls aren't really going. I mean, maybe some events, but either you have a fitting till late at night, and then you have a call time at 5 a.m.
It's true.
There's no time.
And then once you get there, you may be sitting around for 4 hours, waiting for your turn to get in hair, makeup, or whatever.
Yeah.
Like we have sat on the floor in the corner, and the show lasts.
Yeah.
And then you're on to the next one running.
Yeah. So there's no time to be glamorous.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
But do you still believe, you must still believe, I know I do, that modeling is I feel like it's a underestimate. I think I've seen it change lives. I've seen it set people's future. I've seen it catapult into other things.
Yeah.
You know, obviously there's a lot of negativity, in particular right now, talking about things that did need to change.
Yeah.
But I know I couldn't be doing this for 30 years if I didn't believe that it's a great opportunity.
Yeah.
Can you speak to that? Because you must believe the same thing, or you wouldn't be doing this.
No, true. I mean, the beauty is to see the girls and guys or them like grow.
Yes.
I think that's really, for me. And even though, because we only now talked about the girls or the models that have success,
right.
But it's also like if you like maybe not have the biggest shows, but just have learned so much for yourself 100%. And seen so many, have so many experiences. I think that's amazing.
I agree. I saw Gary Vaynerchuk was talking about how it used to be very traditional that you go to school, you get your degree, and then you go work this job.
Yeah.
And he said, if you're not going to school to become a doctor or whatever, the value of travel and different cultures And the modeling world brings so much of that. And you're surrounded by creative people and you make friends from literally all around the world.
All around.
I don't know where else you get that.
No.
In the way that you get it.
Yeah.
It's so incredible.
Yeah.
So, future things. Do you have, what's next? Or what are you thinking? Or maybe it's just continuing to do. Have you thought about, like, what do you... or where do you see this going?
Where do you see it? Well, I have definitely milestones. The New York Times was definitely something that I didn't expect it. But
how did you feel when you found out that the New York Times wanted to do that?
It was little steps, because she first just approached me, and then was like a little interview, and then was the coaching, and then it was a whole article.
Yes.
So yeah, and I think with the future, like I worked so hard to get where I'm now.
Yes.
And like it wasn't like, oh, I got this idea and let's do this, because one thing, it's in New York, one of the most competitive cities or expensive cities.
Yes.
So so that took me at least 3 years to start and build.
Wow.
And so I'm still just enjoying to be where I'm at.
Good.
And it is true that you meet so many interesting people still.
You do.
And every season is different.
Every season is different.
Yeah.
And I think that's the other fun thing about this business. It's ever changing.
Yeah.
We talked a little bit about, before we started this, the pace has shifted.
Yeah.
Everything moves faster.
Yeah.
Fashion Week is shorter, quicker.
Yeah.
Model turnover, sadly, can be quicker, which we're always determined to do everything we do to create longevity. How do you handle that, or what are your thoughts about the pace of it?
Yeah, I think, it's important, and that's also before what we said a little bit before, like have patience.
Yes.
But also don't put too much pressure on it, that it has to be now, or that it has to, no, because sometimes it can take two seasons.
Right.
And then it goes. Sometimes, it is in one season, but, or it's, life goes
fluctuate.
like this.
People go, I did this show last season thinking that you're going to do it this season, the next, it may not happen. You just don't know, because everything always changes.
Yeah.
But if you would have put, I know for me, if I would have put a timeline on this, I would have quit a million times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would be like, what am I doing? This is crazy. This is never going to work.
Yeah.
Then COVID happens. Oh my gosh, we can't do this. The sky is falling. How are we ever going to?
Yeah.
I'm assuming you didn't put a timeline on it. If it took you 3 years just to even get it going.
Because, you never know what's around the corner. You literally never know, because it could be that one job that makes you see that photographer, that makes you go,
I mean, you didn't know the New York Times were going to.
Oh, no.
And what if you would have decided 6 months ago, I'm done, this is not working, or, or I'm tired, or I don't want to do this anymore. You have I think that's the beauty of it too, in anything.
Yeah.
And even that you've carved out this very unique place for yourself.
Yeah.
How did you do that?
I think, at the end of the day, I do it, of course you do it for yourself and not to impress someone else, but just more that I do it for them.
I know.
It sounds so lame. But
it doesn't. You're speaking my language.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's, and then you see you still have an influence on somebody else, a positive influence, I hope. But
yes.
And that makes it for me that you're like, okay, and if it's a small newspaper that will ask things, or at New York Times, I'm like, that's great, but I do it for them. Yeah. Yeah.
This basketball coach said she'd been coaching forever, and she goes, I knew I was going to do it my own way, and it was going to be different. And then they just won the NCAA, the national championship.
Yeah.
And one of the things that she has hanging on her, the office of her, or the wall in her office, is a broom, because her mentor said, you always have to remember you're there in the service of others, and that it's not about you. No. And when you keep that perspective, changes everything, and it makes you not want to quit because you want to help as many people as you can.
Yeah. That's exactly why I do it.
I love it. Last question. Now that you've worked with some people that are not modeling, they're not wanting to model, is there a part of you that wants to do more of that, just helping women carry themselves with more confidence? Because that's something that is a passion for me, because they're parallel things. They're the same thing. It's just not connected to modeling. Is that something that you would consider doing more of?
Yeah, I definitely would love to do that more, because the stories are so interesting. Like from an opera singer till somebody that is working in IT or AI and wants to just walk in heels again. So it's very interesting to see that the difference. And and I built an app. So maybe,
you have to talk about that. Talk about the app.
Okay. So it's called Model Academy in the App Store. But just to reach more people. And it's also with tips and little tricks and the confidence part, and it's almost like Mandy in your pocket. So
I love that.
giving real feedback.
I love it. And I think I feel like did we meet your mother?
I think so, or
maybe
it feels like it, because I always put on Instagram.
I just feel like everybody back home has to be so proud of you. Do you feel that?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, and she's definitely also such a support. When the moments that because I started somewhere as well, as in like walking into these agencies in New York, like, hi, I can coach your models. And I was at some points like, oh my God, what am I doing? And she's like calling my mom, and she's like, it's already a no, it can only be a yes. So just try.
That's
so
great.
Definitely, they're very proud.
Good.
Yeah.
They should be, and you should be. So it's so great. Thank you I'm so excited that you're here. I can't wait for the girls to be able to work with you, because I know that you operate from your heart. You're also, you're going to help them so much, but also I remember that when you were here before, I love all the things that you spoke into them, because I think it's super important. And I'm sure we'll share more information of how they can follow you and see all the things that you're doing and share about your app. And thank you so much for being on this with me today.
Thank you.
It's great. It's great. Many more experiences to come.
Yes, it's been such a pleasure to be here. And I think also the great work and the great models that you develop is just amazing to see.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yay. That's a wrap, Jermaine.
We can talk for hours, I think.